Good morning, everybody. Ooh, let me get that glass for you. Okay. A little different way out of town this morning. Our normal route through downtown is blocked off for the events today. So we're taking the scenic route. Not really, just a couple blocks over. I would imagine it's going to really start getting busy here in a little bit. So we're headed out to the farm, pull some maintenance. Okay, just pulled onto the farm. We do have some new additions this week. Of course, everything's a new addition out here, right? This section of field has been completed. So we've got cleared all of the clearable land on this ridge, other than the islands of trees. And we have a new shed. Well, a 40-foot van, but it's gonna make a storage shed. We're excited about that. Gonna be nice to have something dry to store stuff in. So we are really looking forward to that. Dave's doing some cleaning, blowing stuff off. Today is maintenance morning. Compressor running. Okay, gonna go start the water pump. It's kind of a cloudy day, but we need to feed the corn. Doesn't matter whether it's raining or not. You guys remember this walk from a few weeks ago? Yeah, it's through the brush. The brush is all gone. Kind of cool, huh?
Get the sledgehammer, it'd probably be just as easy to
tap it
where it's at.
So we had to replace one of the wear plates. They got donated to the brush gods. That's okay. If that's the weekly penalty for this operation, we don't mind that. That's easy. Dave's doing a little repair on the sheet metal that holds the screen to keep debris out of the ram area. What Dave's doing is way more interesting than what I'm doing. Oh, you don't have to. You have to be on the back side of that for anything?
No. Nope. Nothing at all. I'm going to put the net on top of that.
So,
yeah, that tab keeps it from going too far, and the screws just keep it from moving around.
want to keep it from coming up.
It's going enough forward that it comes out.
But we like to put everything back where it was. There's virtually nothing on this that Caterpillar did not intend to be there. A lot of engineers spent a lot of time and money figuring that out. Okay, so that is everything we need to put these teeth in place of the carbide teeth that are on it. And then we're really going to make some chips. Here we are picking the cab up and cleaning out the mechanical compartment under the cab. This is where the hydraulic pump is, the reservoir, and different components of the mulcher. You want to try to keep it as clean as possible to reduce the risk of fire and other damage to the moving parts of the mulcher. It doesn't take too long to do, but a blowgun and a vacuum are your friend. It's ready. So you flip the little flipper over. Comes in, it'll bump. More of the periodic maintenance is to change the gear lube and the final drive. We're just a hair over 500 hours, so it's time to change the gear lube. This component on the skid steer sure does a lot of work. All the torque is going right through that final drive. And seeing how dirty the gear lube was on this first changeover, it's definitely something we'll stay up on and keep it topped off and clean at all times. Okay, here we are breaking the nuts loose on the mulcher teeth. They were torqued on pretty tight. Definitely was happy to have a 3/4 drive set and a breaker bar. Otherwise, I'm not sure we would have got them loose. There's a total of 34 teeth on this head, so it takes a little while to get them all broke free. Okay, I thought I'd speed up a few of these shots. It didn't take too long to change this, but it does take a little while. So here's some time lapse of us getting the mulcher teeth changed. Really does help having two people. Otherwise it would have been a lot slower to do it by yourself. And seeing how this was our first time to do it, it took us a little longer. I'm sure it will get faster and faster the more times we do it. As of getting this video posted, we'll have had these teeth on a couple of weeks. And it appears as though they're going to last us probably somewhere between 3 to 5 weeks, depending on the use. But we'll know a whole lot more as we use them more. But they do make a difference, for sure. This is a miniature of the railroad bridge that is now a monument in the city square in the middle of town. They were also showing off the different UAVs that they're flying out of the Nenana Airport. Their University of Fairbanks is operating a UAV base out of the city airport. Really exciting to have that there. They had all kinds of different drones on display, and we're happy to talk about them and let you know what all they could do and what each one was for. Audio wasn't very good on these clips.
There's 3 golden spikes ready to be drilled there.
This is a local Nenana lady singing the national anthem, and I thought it was so wonderful, I just had to include it.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars the so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
This is a little clip just after the dignitaries had been driving the Golden Spikes. It was a wonderful turnout, and the Alaska Railroad did a great job supporting the event with food and bringing folks in on the train. It was wonderful. Okay, got the new mulcher teeth on. After running these teeth for a week or so, we've definitely noticed an increase in the amount of land we can clear in a day. 20-30% more land, maybe a little more. We've also noticed a distinct drop in the amount of fuel we're consuming. That means we cover more ground in a day, so more land cleared, less fuel, so cheaper to operate, and the equipment doesn't have to work as hard, so it'll last longer. Okay, it is July 15th. There's a busy little bee. Busy little bee, what are you doing? Says he likes the vetch. Anyways, we're in the garden behind the house, and it's a big day for us here. The sweet corn is starting to tassel. It's not just one of them, it's virtually everybody. So a little rain today. But if you look down in, see in there, virtually everybody's tasseling. So that's a good deal. For it to be, had a little bit of discoloration on a few of these. That's from getting a little too dry. It's not everywhere. There's one spot in the garden here that's just a little funny. But it probably won't just tassel on that one. It may set them back just a little, but it won't be enough to worry about. There's another one. So again, it's the 15th and it's starting to tassel. Okay, everybody keep track. Let's find out when we have corn after the 15th. Thinking more than likely end of August, given the cool year we've had. The sunflowers are growing good. No heads yet, but I'm sure they're close. Here's the cherry update for the week. They're getting a little bigger. Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday morning. Got a lot of things to do today. We'll get busy. It's going to be a beautiful, sunny summer day. Well, let's get to it. Get busy out on the farm. Oh, Dusty found a friend. He is such a people dog. Okay, we ran the mulcher for about 8 hours and then wanted to go back through and recheck the tightness on the nuts holding the new teeth on. We're not sure what would happen if the teeth flew off, but we're pretty sure it would not be any good for the machine or anybody in the area. We're not sure if we'll need to check them again, but periodically it might not be a bad idea. Well, summer is progressing. These areas that were so mushy you couldn't even hardly get through them with the skid steer or the dozer have firmed up pretty nice, which is to be expected. Well, it's a nice day out. This morning was a little bit of maintenance again. Do a few things. Had a few hours on the new teeth on the skid steer. So we retorqued those to make sure they stay really tight, which is important. Enjoying the new teeth. They're working out really good, especially in this wet, stringy material. Got Dusty dog in tow. Amazing how fast things start to grow back. But we're just a few weeks out from having a disc. We'll start working it over. I'm sure we'll find some hidden surprises. Gate's working behind me. Things are going good. It's going fast. Much quicker than with the old teeth. We'll see how they hold up, but so far we're very pleased. It is dusty. With not having really any significant rain for a month or two, it gets pretty dry. Hey, Dave's, yeah, there he is. Dave's back there behind me. Making really good progress. Time we check back in next week, this will look totally different here. Okay, It's our new acquisition from the auction a few weeks ago. Got delivered a couple days ago. It is a 40-foot refrigerated van, mainly for storage. It's a relatively cheap price for what kind of storage we get, and the fact it's portable, so we can move it around out here as things change on locations at the farm. It did come with a generator that also runs the cooling unit for the reefer. So looks like, we hope that runs. If it runs, I think it's a 15 kW generator, and it'll be very handy to have that here on the farm to run most anything we need to run. So let's see what happens. Okay, we ran the generator for a few minutes and discovered a little leak on the injector ports that come out on top here. So just need to snug those down, or see if we can snug them down. Okay, the fact that it runs is great. The leak is coming right there. I do not have the appropriate size wrenches with me today, so we will save that project for a different day. We don't have to have it right now anyways, so that's pretty good. Looks like its last date of service was 09. So if that's the last time she saw service or was ran for 13 years, 14 years, it's pretty good. But all in all, it's just a refrigerator van. Nothing too exciting. Here comes the trucks hauling gravel. It's purchased from First Strike. Those folks there are great, easy to work with, and quality products. But the reason it went to auction was, other than age, just things are coming apart, doors are coming apart. For storage, it doesn't matter much to us. We'll change out the door in the back. It doesn't appear to be leaking. Came with a few goodies, the fuel tank and the stinger. Those are at the auction as well. Anyways, great addition. Gonna be nice to have some dry storage with a working generator. Bonus. Okay, let's do an update on the corn this week. It is perking up. It's a little bit behind what's growing in the garden at the house, but not too bad. Some of them are looking really good, and as usual, a lot of them are just kind of okay. That's all part of it. They are looking nice though. It is pretty. And they are starting to tassel. If we look down in this sweet corn, it does have a tassel starting. So we may have enough time yet. You can actually see a spot where an ear is going to come out right there. So that's pretty exciting. Wasn't sure we were able to pull it off with this one, but maybe. We'll know in end of the month if there's going to be enough time left this year to make corn out of this patch. So towards the end of the year, we'll go around and pull soil samples from everywhere that we've gotten worked up, preferably after we've had a chance to take the disc and turn the land over, stir it up a bit. And we'll see what the soil analysis comes back at, and that'll help us a whole lot with fertilizer next year and also crop placement. Find out what's a good place and what's not a good place. Well, it's the first time taking the truck over to this side of the farm. Kind of cool. Probably said it numerous times, these new teeth are working out very nice. Again, if there was any rocks or risk of metal or other debris, then these may not be the exact answer. But so far, and have to remember, we do not have a bite limiter head, and definitely can understand why they built the bite limiter head and why they find them so useful. But we're going a step above just removing the brush. We're trying to get anything down in the ground a little bit. So from me, Adrian, George, Dusty, and Dave, hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.